Hey, I'm Mourad Lahlou. I'm here at my restaurant Mourad in San Francisco, and I'm really excited to be sharing a few recipes that I'm going to do for you here today using the Breville Polyscience Control Freak. We're going to make a duck confit Bastilla with creme fraiche. It's really an exciting dish that is really popular here at the restaurant, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's go and get working. To make our creme fraiche, we're going to use the Breville Polyscience Control Freak. And to do that, we're going to use two ingredients, heavy cream and buttermilk. But first, we need to set up the unit so that it will be programmed to make creme fraiche. And to do that, we just start by using the on and off button. We're going to create a program. So we hit create. The first thing we're going to do is set the temperature. So you hit enter, and we're going to set the temperature for this application at 102. You hit enter. And now we're going to set the intensity. For this application, we're going to do slow because we want it to come up slowly. At this point, we're going to add time. And for this application, it will be about 10 hours. You hit OK. And for this point, we need to set up so that the temperature is read by the probe. We go to at set temperature. You hit that. And we need to stop the cooking the moment the timer is off. And we have it at 10 hours. And we're going to create the program. At this point, we can give it a name. And the purpose of this is once you set it, you can always go back to it at any time, so you don't have to go through this process of programming over and over again. And for this, we're just going to call it creme fraiche. We're going to save it to the menu. So to set up the probe, we just press this button here. And you put it under the probe control, select. And now it is under the probe control. And we can start. So to make the creme fraiche, I'm going to add 4 cups of heavy cream to the pot and a 1/4 cup of buttermilk. So now that the unit is running, I'm going to cover the pot with a piece of plastic wrap so it doesn't develop a skin on top. So now that it's covered, the heat is coming up and it will set at 102 that we set it in the program. And once it does that, we're going to cook it for about 10 hours. And that is when this is really critical. Because if you were to do this on a burner, you have to monitor it for the whole time, or you have to take an extra long time to do it without using heat. And this is the beauty of using the Control Freak. So after exactly 10 hours, the unit will shut off by itself, and the temperature is at 102, which is the temperature we started with. And I would like to show you the consistency of the creme fraiche. You can see it's very silky, it's very fluid. And it's literally like this beautiful consistency that we are looking for. So I'm going to place the duck legs in a bowl. And I'm going to add some curry. So the Control Freak is already set up to a duck confit program that basically uses 175 degrees for 12 hours. And to start the machine, we're just going to use the probe control oil. We select that, and now the unit is going to bring up the fat to about 175. We directly add the duck legs. And we cover this with plastic wrap and literally forget about it for about 12 hours. And when we come back, they will be perfectly cooked and tender, and we can proceed to the next step of making the Bastilla. So the duck legs have been cooking exactly for 12 hours. But take them out of the pot and pick the meat off the bone. So once we pick all the flesh and the meat of the bone and the skin, and the whole thing, the duck meat, the onions, and the almonds will get mixed up together for the filling for the Bastilla, and it would look something like this. So to assemble the Bastilla, we have some filo dough here. We just take the first sheet, lay it down on a flat surface, and I'm just going to brush it with clarified butter. I'm going to put one more sheet right on top of that. Then at this point, I'm going to take a handful of the duck leg confit, the raisins, and the almond mixture, and just lay it over the filo and roll it over once, fold the edges, and this is going to be our version of the duck confit Bastilla that gets put in the oven that is preheated at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, and when it comes out, it will come out golden brown. So we'll go to the plating now. The duck confit Bastilla just came out of the oven, is nice and hot, and to finish the dish, I'm just going to brulee some apricots. And then I'm gonna dust it with a little bit of lemon verbena powder. And I will set these aside. To finish plating the pastilla, I'm just gonna use the creme fraiche that we made using the control freak. Just gonna drop a little bit at the edge of the plate and swoosh it. As you can see, the pastilla doesn't have a sauce, and the creme fraiche, it acts as a sauce for this dish. And this is a apricot puree that we're just gonna put a few drops around the plate. Then we place the apricots around. And now I'm just gonna trim the ends of the pastilla. Just to finish it off, I'm just gonna garnish with a little bit of blossoms. So this is the duck confit pastilla that is made in part using the control freak. We made the creme fraiche and the duck confit as well. And it's a traditional Moroccan dish that is incorporating the modern and the traditional in making this dish. Please enjoy.